So if you're using the projects and you've built out your project knowledge base, you can still use the custom GPTs in the same way by pulling them into the chats inside the project. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There's just a little best practice to ensure that the chat gets filed. So this helps with your organization so you can keep everything in your project. Same way I just showed you, you can then stack your GPTs as you go along. Now, when you're building them, if you are putting everything in the project and pulling your GPTs into the project, then you don't need to worry too much about what you've got on the back end in terms of things like brand voice, offers, and stuff like that. So if you think about it, if you've got like 10 niche GPTs, you don't want to have to keep sort of updating them. You can keep them simple. So this is how I tend to use them. I keep them simple. They have a job. They've just got their frameworks. I don't need to give them too much other information. And then I use them in a project so that I can then reference everything I need from the project knowledge base. So I'll show you what I mean by that. The con, and the reason why I kind of flip-flop a little bit with this, is that by doing it this way, the automation capabilities that we've got, which is coming up next, you can't do it, unfortunately. So I'll show you that also in a moment. But first, I just want to show you how to pull them into a project, sort of how that works. Okay, so I've got my copywriting assistant here. I've got my files in the knowledge base. So if I wanted to use, so I just want to show you something. So if I pull in, let's say we pull in the social media one that we were looking at. So if I pull it in and just, I don't know, just write a post. I'm not going to give it too much information. I'm just, for the sake of it, just running it. So what's happening here, if you look at it, is that it's, just refresh this. Okay, it's down here now. So it's not, we're not in the project anymore. It's still the GPT, but it's now down here and it's not related to the project, which means we can't reference the project knowledge base. Deal breaker, up to you to decide. So, but I really like using them in here. So the way I found to do that is that you need to start with a text-based instruction. So really simple way to do that is to just say, wait for further instructions. And just to show you how this gives us a bit of flexibility, I'm going to go back to my project knowledge base. I'm going to add in a different offer. So I've got a done for you course body offer. So I'm going to add that in now. And now I can, so this is my new thread here. So I'm going to pull in that social media content planner. Now this behind the scenes has only got the AI Growth Lab sales page in it. So obviously I could go in and update it, but then I move a lot. I've got lots of different things going on. So I found it easier to have my project knowledge base. That's kind of my ground zero with everything in it. And then the content, all the GPTs just need to be focused on doing the job. I don't need to give them all that extra information all the time. Okay, so it's searching the project files. So now it knows what the offer is. And I'm going to do insights number 4. Okay, and so now you can see that it's got the information about that offer because I'm connecting this GPT to the knowledge base inside the project. I want to focus on this. I didn't specify it, so I want LinkedIn. Okay, so now it's writing a post specific to that offer, following the framework that it's got inside the custom GPT. And again, I could stack more in. I could bring in the hook writer. I could turn it into Instagram paracells. I could ask it to write, you know, an email, or even an email sequence. I'm just showing here just some content, social media content ideas, but this applies for anything. Writing sales pages, writing, you know, creating freebies, like anything that you need to get done in your business. We can create the system like this so that it's just got everything it needs to do this for you really efficiently and save you loads and loads of time.